So these are the market sentiments in the market at this point in time, right? There's a lot of FOMO in the market, right? So those of you who are with us, right, help me put in the comments, right, what do you feel is happening in the market? Maybe Kit can share, YK can share, Matt, right? A lot of FOMO in the market. What are you guys feeling? A lot of FOMO, people are complaining, need to wait very long, there's not many choices, the prices are very high, yeah? Let me know. Hi, Jin Xian. And I would boil down all this into one point, the market sentiments into this one point, which is mindset. To be honest, the fundamentals of the market have not changed. What have changed is the mindset. Yeah? While we at the Right Move, we are very data driven. Those who follow us know that we are very data driven, very fact driven. Property and all forms of investments, as a matter of fact, have a very strong emotional factor to it, especially property, because there's a mixture of investment and own stay. And it's something that is not really talked about. So the mistake people make is that they enter a property purchase with the wrong mindset. For example, right, I have spoken to people who ask me about what can they do because they have sold their house, they have bought a new launch, and they are now gambling that the new launch will make a profit, and they are hoping to sell at TOP, right? I also have spoken to people that have been advised to sell their HDB and buy 2 one-bedrooms, and these guys have families. They've been advised to sell their HDBs and buy 2 one-bedrooms and try to flip upon TOP. And I just feel these aren't the most ideal of mindsets, to be very honest. In other words, another way to put it, overly optimistic. So a second potential pitfall that I see is happening in the market today is the lack of understanding in the fundamentals. Okay, so a lack of understanding in the fundamentals will create a lot of uncertainty in what's going to happen in the future, because you can't predict what's going to happen in the future if you don't understand the fundamentals, right? And that will result in a lot of fear. And if you still cannot understand and that FOMO is too strong, you end up just following the crowd. The problem in that lies with what the crowd does not mean it's the best choice for you and your family and your investment horizon and your investment profile and your income, so on and so forth. Yeah. And the last point, potential pitfall, is a lack of understanding of the potential exit strategies. And I see this in 2 parts. First, a lack of understanding of potential exit strategies today. The property that you're staying in have multiple exit strategies. It's not, there isn't just one exit strategy selling. There are a couple of exit strategies involved. Number 1, so understanding the exit strategies you have in your property today. And the second one is understanding the exit strategy for the property that you're going to buy. Because if you are unsure about that exit strategy, it may be hard for you to exit in the future, right? And if anything happens because your exit strategy is not firm, not solid, it tends to result in a lot of uncertainty, a lot of stress, because you have already bought that property. So how do we address all these potential pitfalls? Hello, sorry to interrupt. We'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for watching the video, and also to share why we do what we do. Is to empower consumers with hard facts and figures, quality research, and real-life examples to allow them to make the most informed property decisions. So if you found our videos useful, the only thing we ask for is for you to smash that like and subscribe button so that the YouTube algorithm can push out our videos to more consumers. Thank you, and back to the video. It's to have the right mindset, right? So how do you navigate this uncertain market properly? Have the right mindset. A wrong mindset will result in wrong expectations, and wrong expectations will result in disappointment. Remember, properties should be seen as a long-term illiquid investment like they have always been. If you want to see it in the short term, right, if you want a short-term flip, you should only see it as a bonus if you can achieve a short-term flip. But you should not enter it with the mindset that you have to sell in the 3 to 5 years time frame. Yeah, so notice there's a significant difference. While you can potentially sell within 3 to 5 years, but that should not be your all-in bet, so to speak. So number 2, expectations, right? So I put in here time versus money. You can't have the best of everything, and I think what is stressing a lot of buyers out in the market today is the lack of time, right? Because they have to wait so long to collect their keys and whatnot. So they are forced into moving into the market, the resale market today, and have to basically challenge with a lot of people to fight for a particular unit. My advice, right, is in real estate, properties are made by those who have the luxury of time. For example, those who buy BTOs, ECs, and new condos, right? They bought it 3 to 4, they bought it at launch, they have to wait 2 to 3 years. So that's the reason why when they sell it after TOP, they have to sell it for a profit, because they want to make back the amount of time that they have to wait to collect the keys. They are not going to sell you the same price. They're not going to sell you the same price that they bought after waiting 3 years for the particular property. After waiting 8 years, if it's a BTO, 3 years to build and 5 years MOP. So if you can afford to wait, and I guess it's a especially tough choice today with BTOs having to wait 7 to 8 years to collect keys, right? If you have to go into a resale HDB, what is the mindset? It will not be for profit. Personally, I will spend as little as possible if you are going down that route. So it's like a 10% drop in the price of that HDB. Of a $400,000 HDB is $40,000 versus a 10% drop in an $800,000 HDB, that's $80,000. So why I say so is because I don't expect this HDB price uptick to be sustainable and to last forever, because it was primarily caused by COVID-induced delays. For those who still hope to profit, so you got to look out for alternative exit strategies that allow you to buy a second property to hedge against that potential loss. There are ways even with buying a HDB to do so, but I will not be able to share that in a public forum, because if I share that, then that loophole gets closed and then we all got no option anymore. So hit me up and I can share that with you personally.